And I know we've been talking all this talk about comparison, all this talk about comparison. Again, we were talking about like comparing your things to a person instead of the actual characteristics and the quality that you want. And we even like brought up like the whole comparison thing where you're looking at somebody's year 15 and you're like, oh, like, and then you're looking back at the person that you're in year 2 with, and you're wondering, why doesn't my right now look like their right now? And not knowing that their right now came with a lot of years of heartache, a lot of years of some pain, a lot of years of falling down and having to get back up. And what happens when you start to put that kind of pressure on the person again that you're trying to build a life with, is it builds some level of content. Like, now there's some resentment there because I'm tired of hearing about so-and-so. Like, fellas getting like, I'm not him. I'm not Idris. I'm not whoever. Like, I'm not them.
Right.
So stop telling me about what they do and appreciate who I am. Appreciate what I do. And now you got a whole nother issue on your hands.
All right, guys, welcome back. You said appreciate. Welcome back. I'm Gleesy.
And I'm Al.
And here, Forever I Do, y'all, we teach you how to brag.
Build your relationship
according to God. So, you telling me that I need to stop comparing you to other things or other people.
Yeah.
Because not only does that make you feel like, dang, am I not good enough? But it also kind of dishonors you. And, you know, like, you're the person that I married. You know, if I wanted that person, maybe I should have married that person.
And that's what you actually might hear. Like, that actually may come out like, well, then go get them then. Like, stop telling me about them. And again, like, what happens, again, we talked about comparison, the killer of joy. Like, I mean, it can be the killer of a whole lot of things in your marriage. The killer of intimacy, the killer of conversation and communication, the killer of happiness. Like, there's a whole lot of things it can destroy.
Yeah.
Because now that person don't want to be in a home. Now that person don't want to be around you. Forget a date night. Like, I have a hard time just sitting and watching a movie with you because I can't watch a movie with you without you saying, well, why can't you do that? Like, so, like, are we focusing on the right things? Like, again, what you water will grow. Like, and if you pick somebody, like we talked about those seeds, are you watering it by comparing them to someone else?
Absolutely not. It's almost like you're putting weed killer on it.
Yeah. And you're going to destroy even the flower.
Exactly.
With that weed killer.
Exactly. But so help me understand, do you think there is a place to talk about things that you would like to see in your spouse? Like, how would you do that? Like, if I want you to be more chivalrous, you know, I want you to open the door for me. How can someone communicate that?
Again, like, water what you want. Like, water what you want. And water what, again, if they were never that guy or that girl before, like, are you setting unrealistic expectations? And again, putting pressure on them to be someone that they were never created to be in the first place. Now, there are certain qualities that we should look for in every person. But again, like, if you want them to be kinder, then water that. How do you water that? Show them kindness. Show them appreciation when you see a kind gesture. If you want them, if they used to open the doors and things like that, again, share with them those things. You know, I really appreciate it when you open my door. I know it's been a while and things like that, but, you know, it just really makes me feel like this when you do that. And let them know through appreciation.
The impact.
Yes, what you would like to see, the behavior that you would like to resurface or come back or be done again. Like let them know through appreciation, not through putting them down and beating them down and saying how
why
much
you
they
do
use.
that for me no more?
Yes. Again, you're watering versus putting the weed killer on it.
Well, that's so good. Yeah, I think it's important for us to realize that you can express things that you want, you know? And I even think that even if that's not who you always was, I still think there is room to grow. Like if because we talked about how we grow through different seasons,
Yeah.
or we're not the same person that we were. So like my needs or my desires or the things that I feel to or how I receive love, those things may shift. And you could say something like that. I know I used to like when you did this.
Yeah.
I don't like that anymore. Or it doesn't make me feel the same kind of way. You have to have a safe space to discuss the things that you need. Okay? But you also have to make sure that you are saying those things in a way that can be respectful and can be received.
And I think is an important tail to that, meaning like a tail into that, and not just share what you don't like anymore, because again, trying to speak for the fellas, like what often gets confusing is you tell me what you don't like, but when I ask you what you do like, you have no clue yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So saying what you don't like is great, but add that tail. Yeah, I really don't like when you insert X, Y, and Z. Like
Mhm.
I remember you used to be words of affirmation. Like um, you really don't have to tell me how beautiful I am, like every single minute of the day or whatever. But
I never asked that in the first
but
place.
you really don't have to tell me that anymore. But what I really love is when you massage my shoulders when I get home. Like when you give me a hug at the door. Like insert what you do like
Yeah.
so that they aren't just sitting there clueless
Yeah,
on
it takes the guesswork out of
yeah, like well, I know she don't like that anymore. So now I'm just
Right.
throwing all these different things
Yes.
at the wall, hoping something sticks, and she's just looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
And now you grow again, resentful, frustrated, and you just think to yourself, well, can I do anything right?
Yeah.
So don't just give your spouse what you don't want anymore. Give them what you do
Yeah.
want and what you do appreciate.
Yeah.
And give them an example of when you did this, like
Mhm.
it really made me feel this way, or I really appreciate it when you did X, Y, and Z, so
Yeah.
that they know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Okay, now I can put that one thing that I was doing. I can put that back in the bag.
Yeah.
I don't need to pull that one out anymore. But now, this is
Yeah.
what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I was talking to a wife the other day, and like my heart broke for her so much because she was just saying how her and her husband were having such a hard time with like communicating and like what she needed, what he needed. And the first thing I asked her, I was just like, when was your last date night? And she was like, I can't even tell you when my last date night was. I was like, that's number one. Plan a date night. You guys need a date night where you're not talking about your kids, the house, work, the task,
the business
Yes.
of marriage.
Yes, I told her, I was like, you put that date on the calendar, you tell your husband about it, and then you deliver on that date night. And then the second thing I told her is like, what is it that you need from your husband? And you know what she told me? I don't even know. And I was just like, so how can he help you if you don't even know what you need help with?
Yeah.
I was just like, it's a no-win battle. Like nothing can change. If you don't know what you need, nothing can change because you can say 15 things, but if it's not truly what you need, nothing is going to work. So that was the other thing that I sat down, right? Sit down and reflect on what it is that you truly need from your husband right now.
And how would they do that? Like, so again, like we want to give people some practical steps or something that they can take. Like, what are some steps that a wife can take to identify
so for her
some needs?
For her, it's like busyness and time. So I suggested to her write out everything that she does, okay, and then what are some things that you can ask your husband to do? If your problem is you don't feel like you have enough time, okay, what can he take off your plate so that it can free you up for some other things? And that's where she started. So their thing was the groceries. He likes the groceries done a certain kind of way, and she was doing it. That sounds like a perfect thing that he could maybe take from you because he likes it done a certain way. So he can take ownership of that, and that frees you up to do something else. And so I have not been able to circle back with her to see how it went, but like that was the practical tools and tips that I gave her to get started.
Yeah, I like that. So start with what you're doing
Mm-hmm.
and identify some things that you can offload.
Yeah. Because we don't have to do everything.
Yeah.
And I think as a mom, as a wife, like you just want to be like this superhuman. And it's hard sometimes for us to ask for help. And I've learned I'm not doing it. I can ask for help. I'm going to say, yes, you can take care of everything. I'm okay with that. But because we need that help.
And I think it's the same thing like on the other end for us men. Like sometimes it's hard for us to identify what we actually need. But again, like I mentioned like in our last video, just like the pressure of casting vision for a family, and sometimes you just need the encouragement to start. And so having and even being able to express that, look, like I know what you want for our family, and I want to provide that, but what I could really use right now, what I really need right now is some courage and some encouragement. I need my favorite cheerleader to show up to cheer me on.
Yeah.
What does that look like? It may be a hug at the door saying thank you. It may be just telling me like, you got this.
Yeah.
It may be some of those things that, if you're a former athlete or something, some of those things you used to hear when you were on the field or on the court. It may be some of those things that maybe mom used to tell you. Maybe you need those things to help you get started, to help motivate you. Maybe you're like me. Like at the end of the day, you want to come home and you just want to chill.
Yeah.
So maybe you need 30 minutes to yourself to just unwind and mentally unload so you can show up how they need you.
That's a long 30 minutes to y'all. I just want y'all to know.
But I was telling the guy the other day, like sometimes as men, we get in this place mentally where we think that every single thing we do has to get our 100%. So sometimes we think that we need to give 100% to everything we do, and the reality is you don't always have 100% to give.
Ooh, that's good.
But maybe you got 25%, or maybe you got 100% to give for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then you need to sit down and rest. So it's identifying with yourself, what's my battery level? What's my capacity right now?
Yeah.
And learning to communicate that to yourself and to the people that you love. Hey, I'm at about 50 right now. So what you got for me? What you need from me? Because whatever you got for me, I only got this 50% to give it right now.
Yeah.
And I can give you that, but then I need the rest. I need to recharge.
Yeah.
I only got 25% for you, babe. So no big task right now. Like this is probably all I got the capacity to do.
That's such a nice way of putting it too. That's like such a kind way of saying like your SOS. Like
yeah. and you have to do that. You have to be able to, again, like there's probably no such thing as true work-life balance and balance in general, but you got to know what your capacity is and what you have to give in any particular scenario, situation, and be able to communicate that.
Yeah.
And first and foremost, to yourself, telling yourself like, yeah, I ain't got this right now.
Yeah.
That's something that I had to learn, like even going to the gym. I ain't got the whole hour and a half long workout in me today or whatever.
You don't need that.
I'm going to just hit this treadmill and then I'm going straight to the sauna.
Yeah.
All right, today I got about 85%. I can hit the sauna, I can hit the treadmill, I can get some weights in, I can get it all in today. It's just maybe this part of my workout won't look like it does when I have 100%.
Yeah.
But identifying that battery level and being able to communicate it it's key to, I can still show up, but this is how I'm going to show up right now.
Yeah.
If you give me 15 minutes, if you give me 20 minutes and let me kind of unwind and recharge my battery,
Yeah.
then I can come back and give you 100.
Yeah.
So if you got something big for me to do, let me
Okay.
recharge my battery
Yeah.
so I can come back and I can give you what you need for that.
Yeah.
If it's something that doesn't require that, this is what I have right now.
Yeah.
So do you need it done like this, or do you need it done like this?
That's good, babe. That's so good. And I think when you're talking about not comparing and truly growing or watering what it is that you want to see in your spouse, you're setting your spouse up for success in
Yes.
that aspect.
Yes.
Because how can I not win? If you come home and be like, look, if you give me 20 minutes, I can give you 100%. But if you need it done now, all I got is 50. That lets me know, okay, one, he's probably really tired right now because he doesn't have 100%. And two, if I truly want him to do what I need him to do, I need to give you some time. Like, you're setting me up for success. I love that. That was
And
good.
giving the person grace, again, like in the moment, may allow them to, again, grow into what you actually need.
Yeah.
It's allowing them to work that muscle.
Yeah.
It's allowing them to, again, like comparing it to a workout, even if I only got 50% to give to my workout, and instead of curling 50-pound dumbbells, I decide I'm only going to do the 25, I'm still building that muscle.
Yeah.
I'm still building that endurance.
Yeah.
So the same thing in your relationship, in your marriage, you're trying to water the seed, but you're destroying it, and you're destroying the confidence because you keep comparing. But maybe he can't lift the 50-pound dumbbell right now. But if you allow him to lift the 25-pound dumbbell for a time frame, he is allowed to build up the endurance and build that muscle to the point that one day he can lift the 50 pounds. And it's the same thing for our wives. Like, maybe she isn't or doesn't have the capacity right now to show up in the way that you think. But if you keep watering it and you keep nurturing it, then it can grow into that Rosita that you have been desiring. And you allow her to work that muscle.
That was real good. Like, I mean, a little emo over here. I'm so serious. Sorry, y'all.
Thank you all for joining us. We will see you next time. As always,
Brag on it.